Hi there, Doug Stewart with IT Creations with a little something new to our channel from HP. An HP ZBook Power 16-inch G11 mobile workstation. What the heck? It is a workstation. There are actually 4 new ZBook G11 mobile workstations to choose from, and they all come with built-in AI. Starting at the cost-effective, the Firefly G11, G11A, the Power G11, G11A, which is what they gave me for this review, and 2 more, the Studio G11 and Fury G11. If you like our channel, think about subscribing, maybe even hitting that little notifications button. Too soon? Let's get to it. Those first 2 systems, the Firefly and the Power G11, also come with an AMD processor, and that's where the G11A comes in instead of just G11. The other 2, just Intel CPU supported. Those 2 cost-effective systems offer 2K and 2.5K screen resolutions instead of up to 4K plus with the Studio and Fury editions. The truly great thing about a laptop is that you can indeed work from anywhere. I mean, assuming you have the power for whatever applications you're using. The power brick is also very slim and will provide up to 50% power with only 30 minutes of charging. I'm not going to go all in on the differences between these systems as that would make this video too long, and I do know how short my attention span is, so let's just leave it at that. Unfortunately, I can't help myself. Other differences between these systems include memory, with the first 3 systems in the lineup supporting 64 gigabytes and the Fury up to 128 gigabytes, all with DDR5 memory modules, the small outline version. Not to be confused with the Z8 Fury G5 tower workstation, that one can support up to 2 terabytes of memory. See our video up there in the corner. Getting a little off track. Oh, and yes, 64 gigabytes is still quite enough for gaming, but keep in mind, these are professional mobile workstations. Great systems for AutoCAD, SolidWorks, Vectorworks, video editing, even a little AI and machine learning on the go, if you choose to go with the Fury. All of those really expensive programs that potential employers want you to know, but are frequently too expensive to purchase. Sometimes that experience is hard to get without, well, experience. No, I don't know what that means. Are you interested in the HP ZBook Power 16-inch G11 mobile workstation? Or perhaps the Firefly? Maybe the Studio? Or the Fury? That was a little unexpected. If you are interested in one of these mobile workstations, then you can save up to $150 off the purchase of a system at IT Creations that's valued at $2,500 or more. Click that link to learn more. You could be making cake with Martha. itcreations.com. All these systems have an aluminum chassis that doesn't get all smudged up thanks to a bit of witchcraft. Well, more likely it's probably just the slight texture on the paint, and the color does match potential smudge color too. Maybe. Chassis is also MIL STD 810H rated. That means it went through 30 or so environmental tests, including extreme temperature, moisture, dust, shock, and a bunch of other harsh tests. They also have a 16-inch diagonal screen, actually 15.6, but I do like to round up. The Firefly also has the option for a 14-inch monitor. The resolution on this power version is 1920 by 1200 by 60 Hz. On the Fury, you get 8K editing capabilities and the option for an HP Dreamcolor 4K display with a 1200 Hz refresh rate, or OLED with touchscreen also at 4K. This one is equipped with a touchscreen, which is also very cool, especially if you like to use a digital tablet, but it maxes out at 2K. There are other options for no touchscreen if you don't need one. You can also connect your laptop to some high-resolution monitors and get the best of both worlds. A kickin' desktop experience along with a portable, do-anything-from-anywhere laptop with some actual power. HP does offer a bunch of very nice monitors to work and play. Standard features include Wi-Fi 6E or Wi-Fi 7E on the Fury. Also AI noise suppression for those important calls you meant to take in your car but didn't have time. The 5-megapixel camera at the top has a physical slider to block it for those of you who are paranoid of somebody watching. That would be me. Not the watching part, but the paranoid part. The camera also has auto frame so you can move around a bit without getting lost on the Zoom call. Ports on the left side of the system include a power charging light, power connector with a slim power brick in the middle of the cord. Not one, but 2 USB 4 Type-C Thunderbolt 4 ports offering 40 gigabit per second data transfers, which is quite cool. Then an HDMI port to connect a monitor if you do want to use it as a desktop. I mean, you could also use one of those Thunder ports to connect the monitor too. And besides that, a super speed USB Type-A port offering 5 gigabit per second data transfer speeds. Then there's a microphone headphone jack and optional smart card reader on the end. On the right side of the laptop, starting at the back, a nano security lock slot. Actual lock not included. an RJ45 port for basic wired connectivity, much better for playing games, another 5 gigabit per second super speed USB Type-A port, slot for optional SIM card, and another slot for an optional SD card. Inside there's a full keyboard with numeric pad. The keyboard has some good action on the keys plus integrated LED lights which can be modified. There's a button specifically for Copilot for Windows OS. Copilot is the AI-powered digital assistant that can be enlisted to do all sorts of things. It's kind of like ChatGPT. Have you seen that commercial where that guy has like 5 minutes to turn his 139-page document into a visual presentation and he enlists Copilot? Gives us all that knowing smile and his work is transformed for his presentation. No? Okay, let's move on. There's also a biometric touch fingerprint sensor for added security, but you can also use facial recognition. And then there's the ClickPad, which I always find annoying and prefer just hooking up a little mini mouse. That said, the ClickPad is useful in a pinch. This system has HP Wolf security installed, which is definitely a benefit for business applications. For business is great. For me, testing this system, perhaps a little bit more information than I wanted to provide, given it was a loaner from HP that I will be sending back. Then I thought, what do I care? Microsoft already has all my information, not to mention Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, probably Petco too, since I just bought some dog toys recently. It protects HP PCs and printers from anomalous behaviors and stops phishing and malware attacks. It's your endpoint cyber defense. Sounds cool though, especially the phishing and malware attacks aspect, not to mention remote access for IT departments. Oh, and that endpoint reference? That just means this PC would be at the endpoint of a network connection, basically a PC, laptop, or printer that's connected to the network. Wolf Security also helps with recovery after a crash and can help you locate, lock, and wipe the system remotely if it develops legs and, walks off or gets misplaced. That assumes it's powered on and connected to the internet. Did I mention it has a cute little stylized wolf head logo? This power unit is configured with an Intel Core Ultra 7 155H 1400 MHz with 16 cores and 22 threads. That would be 6 performance cores or P cores, 8 efficient cores or E cores, and then 2 more low power E cores. Those are LPE cores. The LPE cores are a new addition to the 14th generation CPU architecture codenamed Meteor Lake. There are 16 gigabytes of DDR5 memory modules installed, which can be bumped up to 64 gigabytes, but you can add up to 128 gigabytes on the Fury. This unit also came with an NVMe M.2 drive with 512 gigabyte capacity, offering reads of 7,000 megabytes per second and writes of 5,800 megabytes per second. Total storage capacity listed for this unit is up to 8 terabytes with two 4 terabyte PCI 4.0 NVMe drives. Again, the Fury bumps it up several notches with support for up to 16 terabytes of NVMe storage. Now for the GPUs. Our power unit came with an NVIDIA RTX 500 Ada laptop GPU. That one is at the lower end of the supported spectrum, aside from the integrated Intel Iris Xe graphics. Intel Iris Xe graphics provides some entry-level gaming potential with a 1080p gaming experience at 60 frames per second, more or less. However, for video editing, rendering, 3D animations, and some more complex games, you will get superior performance from one of the supported discrete GPUs. Our NVIDIA RTX 500 Ada laptop GPU has 4 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory, a 35-watt power draw, and operates at a frequency of 1485 megahertz. Did I mention we did some benchmarks on the CPU and GPU? Well, we did. Not any crazy performance for either when compared to the other Z-series tower workstations, but not surprising either. I mean, those big systems are big because they deliver more hardware components. This laptop is a little over an inch thick. What do you expect? And like I always say, yes, you can still run some very complex applications, just a little slower. Let's cut to the chase. The Intel Core Ultra 7 155H racked up a score of 13,093 points on rendering that cute little breakfast nook scene in Cinebench R23. With the E-cores and LPE cores, you do get more latency, and this is a mid-range CPU in the supported options. That said, we don't have any laptop CPUs on our list to compare it to, so what is being compared to are workstation CPUs. A few generations removed with 2nd gen AMD Ryzen Threadripper 2990WX at the top, with a score of 30,054 points, but it also has 32 cores and only features Zen Plus architecture. And you'll notice right below the Intel Core i9 9880H with only 8 cores, but keep in mind that that one is a 9th generation CPU for laptops, so also a few generations removed, even though it too was at the top of the CPUs in its day. Again, cores are not everything. It really depends on what you'll be using the system for, and that should give you an idea of what you need to install. Technology never ages well. That NVIDIA RTX 500 Ada laptop GPU is the entry-level discrete GPU in the list. Not crazy performance, but you will get some happy game time out of it. Nice to know that you can install an NVIDIA RTX 5000 Ada card if you need more performance. A lot more. The RTX 500 demonstrated a score of 5,496 points and an average of 55 plus frames per second on Battlefield 5 at 1440p. For Apex Legends, it was up to 75 frames per second, and GTA 5 at 160 plus frames per second. So can it game? Apparently it can. I do hope you enjoyed this quick overview of the HP ZBook Power 16-inch G11 mobile workstation. I thought it might be a good idea to branch out a bit and maybe nurture my inner child. I'm kidding. Not even sure what that means. If you have any questions on this system that I didn't answer, post them in the comments section below. Yes, IT Creations doesn't just peddle in the extreme tower servers, laptops too. If you want more information or a quick quote, click one of the links below or that one right there, itcreations.com. Until next time, I'm Doug Stuman with IT Creations, and thanks for watching.